Hi, everyone. I'm Bridget Henk. I'm a senior project manager with the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewage District, and I'm the project manager for the Combined Sewer Overflow Outfall 195 relocation. I'm going to refer to that as CSO 195 throughout this presentation. The primary purpose of the project is to relocate the Combined Sewer Overflow Outfall to accommodate the construction of the Dredged Material Management Facility. The Dredged Material Management Facility is a key component of the greater waterway cleanup. The photo on the screen shows the manhole just before the CSO outfalls into Lake Michigan. You can see the existing material management facility in the background. The existing combined sewer overflow 195 is shown in green on the project map. You can also see the existing material disposal facility and the proposed dredge material management facility on the screen. CSO 195 is located near Jones Island. Our water reclamation facility is just off screen at the top, and it is used to reduce risks of basement backups during heavy rain events. The existing combined sewer overflow is 7.5 feet wide and 6.5 feet tall, and it's a dual cell structure, so there's 2 chambers. It's also supported on deep foundations shown on the cross section on your screen. The relocation project started with 8 preliminary alternatives. Those were narrowed down to 4 alternatives based on feasibility. The 4 alternatives went through a more rigorous analysis, which included constructability, long-term maintenance, sustainability, and cost. An alternative to abandon the CSO was also included in the alternative analysis. However, since the CSO location is critical to reducing basement backups, that was not an option. The recommended alternative was to go up Lincoln Memorial Drive. This alignment moves the CSO discharge to just south of the liquid cargo pier, which is the skinny pier on the north side of the facility. The sewer is planned to be an open cut construction, which means the roadway will need to be removed and replaced as part of this work. There are a few challenges to this proposed alignment. The first is the overhang of the Hone Bridge. We will need a large piece of equipment to be able to install the sewer, and that will need some vertical clearance under those bridge piers and the bridge deck. There are existing rail lighting and electrical lines and street lighting along the project location, shown by the pole in the foreground of this photo. There's also port rail lines, which are just south of where I'm standing in this picture, that will need to be accommodated during construction. And this area that's fenced in here is an active salt scale. That salt scale will need to remain in operation for the entire duration of the project. In addition to visible challenges, there's also some soil challenges. Our consultant team did a geotechnical evaluation of the soils, an archaeological investigation, and also did an environmental assessment of the composition of the materials. What we found was that the soils were not adequate to support the proposed sewer and also had some environmental concerns. All of the excavated material for this project is planned to be removed and hauled to landfill. The archaeological investigation indicated that there were no historic resources in this area. We are proposing a new sewer that is 16 feet wide and an 8-foot tall box structure, shown in the photo on the right. The north portion of the sewer will have deep foundations to support the weight of the structure. This presents a very unique situation. Here are the deep foundations shown on the map. This unique situation allows for the deep foundations to have a pile cap to distribute the load. So instead of a 4-sided structure shown on the right, the team is proposing to do a 3-sided structure. The 3 sides would be precast, cast off site, and the bottom would be cast in place, so cast during the construction. So this part will be created on site, this part would be created off site. This approach allows for the increased efficiency of using a precast structure and using the bottom structure as the deep foundation pile cap. That pile cap is what is used to distribute the load between the different piles in the foundation. The alignment of the CSO is adjacent to Hone Bridge piers. In the photo on the screen, you can see how close those piers are to the side of the roadway. These piers are also supported on deep foundations, including something called a batter pile. The batter pile comes out at an angle, about 45 degrees from the bottom of the pier foundation. So the consulting team had to develop a plan to make sure that the proposed piles and proposed construction methods don't interfere with the Hone Bridge batter piles. At the downstream end of the project, the proposed structure needs to discharge through the existing dock wall. Plans from that 1930s construction of the dock wall were used to determine approach for the CSO discharge. Existing piles and supports needed to be addressed as part of this project. The existing dock wall below the discharge will remain in place, and the dock wall above the discharge will be replaced, so there'll be new dock wall on top of the structure. The outfall construction has been designed to replace those affected dock wall structures and support the existing structure. The existing Hone Bridge drainage and Lincoln Memorial Drive drainage goes into a storm sewer under the Hone. These sewers are connected to the existing CSO and need to be reconnected to the proposed CSO. The storm sewer connection is a critical construction operation. No disruption to the storm sewer or the CSO overflow will be allowed during construction. There are a few utility crossings throughout the project, including storm sewer and sanitary sewer. Those will be replaced in kind as we cross through those sewer connections. The street lighting will be removed early in the project and will be replaced in kind. So what you see now is what will be replaced post-construction. The area of Lincoln Memorial Drive being used as a construction detour will still be lit. This will need to have a temporary electrical service to keep those lights on. Street traffic will be detoured around the site during construction. The salt scale operations need to be accommodated throughout. Those trucks will be routed under the Hone Bridge through the bridge piers. It's right through the center. This has been done for other projects and has been coordinated with WSDOT and Port Milwaukee to make sure we can do it for this project too. Lastly, the CSO relocation project also includes storm sewer at Harbor Drive. This sewer connects to the existing CSO and would improve drainage along the Harbor Drive area for the port. The advantage to doing this work under the CSO contract is that the CSO will be dewatered. Dewatering of the CSO is needed since it's hydraulically connected to Lake Michigan. It is always full of water. So having a sewer that is dewatered for our relocation of the CSO is a significant undertaking, and it provides an opportunity to also install this storm sewer while that is dewatered. So what's our timeline? We are getting close to being ready for bidding of this entire project. We're looking to bid in November, with bids being due in December and evaluated by the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewage District to select a contractor. That contract will be awarded by MMSD Commission in spring 2023. We anticipate this work will take about a year to complete and would be done in spring or summer of 2024. This concludes our presentation of the CSO 195 relocation. If you have additional questions, feel free to reach out to me at the email address on your screen. And if you're looking for more information about our AOC progress and cleanup efforts, feel free to check out the Milwaukee Waterway Partners.org website for our Waterway Restoration Partnership information. Thanks for your time.